Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Season 3 of Modern Warfare 2. How's it looking so far? Does it suck? Will it revive the game? Will it bring Modern Warfare 2 players back that have previously left? We're going to be covering all of that here in today's video. First things first, let's just go ahead and jump right into the roadmap itself, because here's going to be the vast majority of the information, but it's not the entire picture. I'll put a link to the blog post down there in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. When it comes to multiplayers, I tend to focus on the multiplayer side of things. We are going to be getting in total 3 regular multiplayer maps of Season 3, 2 of them at launch, 1 of them mid-season, and then 2 ground war maps. We have Peleo's Lighthouse as the first map that's going to be appearing. It's going to be a small map set on a lighthouse in Spain. They gave us a bunch of pictures of what the map looks like. We saw some previous footage of it, I think when Phase 30 went to Infinity Ward's offices and was messing around with one of the new guns, the Intervention. And yeah, I mean, it's a new map. It's an original map. That's good news right there. I think people are probably going to enjoy just having new content to the game. And when it comes to variety, I think Infinity Ward and Treyarch as well, I think most COD studios have a problem with this. They tend to have a lot of their maps feel kind of samey and look kind of samey, like, you know, bombed out Russian city or, you know, rebel-filled town in the Middle East or whatever. You know, we see that a lot, right? And the Lighthouse here, while it is going to be darker and it's going to be raining, it's still going to be a unique looking map that I think is going to add some variety to the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. But speaking of variety, we have to talk about the other 6v6 map, Black Gold, because this is going to be a nighttime map where you have to use night vision goggles, thermal optics, or things like that. That's going to be weird. It's going to be very hit or miss. I'm going to go into it with an open mind. I'm going to hope that it's going to be good, but it definitely seems like they're thinking a little bit too hard, right? They're like overthinking this a little bit. Like, they want variety. Let's give them variety. Let's give them a multiplayer map where every time you play it, you're wearing night vision goggles. You know, back in Call of Duty 4, for example, when night vision could be toggled on or off, then maybe that was like a cool feature that maybe fans want to experiment with. But nowadays, when I believe the night vision is going to be on all the time, I just don't know, man. We're going to have to wait and see how this map is going to play out. I really don't know. The other 6v6 map that's going to be coming in mid-season during Season 3 Reloaded is going to be called Alborian Hatchery. Now, if you're wondering about this map and maybe why it looks familiar, it's because it was in the campaign. This entire area was straight from the campaign, and I actually have footage of it. So I made this video back before Modern Warfare 2 came out, because in the campaign, you could find gold weapons. I think I found like an AK. I think I found like a deagle and things like that within a crate. Well, I made a video showing that because this was the area where you could find those golden weapons. So this area here is basically going to be the new multiplayer map. We don't know too much about it as of right now, but that is going to be the 6v6 map that comes out with Season 3 Reloaded. In general, though, 3 maps coming to the game, all of them being original, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start. And then they make it even better with the return of gunfights. So we're going to have in total 4 gunfight maps. There's going to be Black Site, which is actually going to be the new Gulag in Warzone 2. So take that for what you will. Exhibit, we don't have too many images of this map so far, but we do see it right there within the roadmap itself. After that, we have Shipment, because of course, Shipment, and then Alley. So we do have images of all these maps. Gunfight will be returning at the launch of Season 3. And even though the roadmap does not particularly point this out, you can find this over there in the Call of Duty blog post. I'll put a link to it down there in the description. In there, it says that Face-Off will be returning, but it's not going to be the Treyarch Face-Off, which was 6v6, but rather it's going to be the Modern Warfare 3/Modern Warfare 2019 Face-Off, which is going to be 3v3. So on maps like Black Site, Exhibit, even Shipment, as well as Alley, you will be able to play at some point after Season 3 Reloaded, 3v3, like team deathmatch, domination, whatever. So I will say, going back to Black Ops Cold War, which was the last time we saw this, I did think that Face-Off was incredible. I thought taking the gunfight maps and then making it so you could play 6v6 on them was really fun. But then again, the gunfight maps that Treyarch put out were a little bit bigger, because I think they knew going into it that they wanted to have players be able to play 6v6 on those particular maps, whereas these maps that we're seeing here for Modern Warfare 2 may be way too small for 6v6. That's why it's going to be 3v3. But regardless, I think that's actually really good for the game. I've been talking about that for a while. Face-Off was a great addition to Black Ops Cold War, and when it comes to people that just want to play like normal traditional COD, yes, it's going from 6v6 down to 3v3, but having these specific maps to play 3v3 on, similar to what we had back in the original Modern Warfare 3 with really cool maps like Getaway and stuff like that, I think it's a good addition. I think it gives people a lot more to do within Modern Warfare 2, which is certainly welcome. On top of that, we're going to see the return of game modes like Cranked. There is going to be Ground War Infected, which definitely sounds interesting. That's going to be coming out with Season 3 Reloaded. And then, of course, if you're going like a little bit away from the multiplayer side of things, they're going to have a new raid with Season 3 Reloaded. The raids, I can't say enough good about them. They're fantastic. And then apparently on top of that, there is going to be a new Spec Ops mission. Honestly, I don't really know anyone who still plays Spec Ops in this game aside from the raids, but yeah, new Spec Ops mission, new raid going to be coming out with Season 3 Reloaded. That all definitely sounds pretty good. When it comes to the weapons, a lot of the weapons were already leaked a while ago. I talked about them in a video, but the weapons we're going to have on the Battle Pass are going to be the FJX Imperium, which is the return of the intervention sniper from the original Modern Warfare 2, and then the Cronin Squall, which is going to be a battle rifle of some description. That's pretty much it when it comes to the Battle Pass weapons in season. So Season 3 Reloaded, at some point a new machine pistol is going to be coming out. But yeah, I mean, the weapons themselves a little bit underwhelming in my own personal opinion. Like, people are going to be happy the intervention is back, but it's still just going to be a sniper rifle, and you know, there's a limited number of people in the community that oftentimes like to use sniper rifles and use them all the time. So when it comes to like people like to run and gun and use regular weapons, we have a battle rifle, which is I mean, they're fun to use sometimes with the one-shot headshot mechanic, but aside from that, not really as cool as like an assault rifle or a submachine gun or a shotgun or whatever. But they've already brought out new assault rifles and SMGs and a new shotgun, so I can see why they're trying to add a little bit of variety here. And then machine pistol, currently there's basically only one machine pistol in the game. This will give us two. There you guys have it. When it comes to events, which this actually sounds pretty fantastic to me, we have some pretty good news here. Now, if you guys liked the Path of the Ronin challenges, then I think you're going to like what's happening within Season 3, because during Season 3 Reloaded, there is going to be a new camo challenge event where, again, I don't know what the challenges are going to be, but picture 125 headshots on assault rifles, 75 headshots on SMGs, so on and so forth. There's going to be 2 new camos being added to the game, similar to the Path of the Ronin. That is good. I talked about it before. That is... Oftentimes they add new things to COD, then forget all about them. I think like the Path of the Ronin challenges were really good, and I want to see that idea expanded upon in future seasons and in future COD games, and it looks like they're bringing it back for at least one more season with a new camo, new challenges, and things like that, so definitely pretty cool. Then on top of that, apparently like right after Season 3 launches, we're going to have the Trophy Hunt event, like a proper event within the game. Now for this, I'm just going to read it straight from the blog post because it's easier to describe it that way. The hunt is on in Season 3. Be ready to unleash your inner competitor by taking part in the Trophy Hunt event for Season 3 beginning 48 hours after launch. During this event, every player will drop a trophy, a small decorative challenge coin, whenever they are eliminated in any mode. These trophies can also be earned by performing special tasks such as opening supply boxes. So when I heard that, I'm like, is this like a Warzone thing? I'm not sure. These trophies can be exchanged for items shown in the events tab, including weapon blueprints, vehicle skins, and even Battle Pass tier skips. Those who redeem enough items will also unlock some exclusive operator skins for their efforts. Sounds pretty cool. More details on this event will be available as part of this season's Warzone 2.0 tactical overview blog, though this event is available for both Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. So it looks like we're going to be able to do these challenges in normal multiplayer as well for killing players and collecting their coins. You take those coins to the event tab, and then from there you can get yourself weapon blueprints, vehicle skins, and operator skins and things like that. That is fantastic. That's for when the launch of Season 3 happens. And then during Season 3 Reloaded is when the new camo event challenge starts happening, which they wrote right back there in their blog post. Following the Path of the Ronin camo challenge event currently active during the end of Season 2, Season 3 will feature an exclusive set of camos players can earn as part of a mid-season event. More details on this event to be revealed later this season. Yeah, that stuff is fantastic, man. How long have I been talking about the idea of them needing to bring back events within the Call of Duty scene? Like, we need those, man. Like, Call of Duty World War II felt so alive and dynamic as a result of the constant events that were coming out within that game. The same is true of Modern Warfare Remastered. Black Ops 4 had it to a lesser extent, but they had those free battle passes, like a free St. Patrick's Day battle pass, free like Halloween battle pass, things like that, you know. Having the events in COD is something that needs to stick around, and it seems like to some small extent they're slowly starting to bring those back here within Modern Warfare 2, and who knows, maybe with Call of Duty 2023 or Black Ops 5 in 2024, they're going to really take the idea of the event within Call of Duty and just turn it up to 11 and actually give fans a reason to want to sign in and allow them to earn things by playing the game and participating in the game, other than just like having to blow their money on skins in the shops. I mean, that all just sounds fantastic to me. Now, if we go back to the roadmap here, that's basically the long and the short of multiplayer. We have the return of the World Series of Warzone. New bundles are going to be in the shop, of course. New Battle Pass, that stupid black cell general idea that I hope nobody purchases. And then Warzone 2.0 is going to be getting a bunch of things. Warzone Ranked, Plunder is going to be coming. Massive Resurgence, which is basically going to be Resurgence like we have on the Ashika Island map, and then adding that into the normal Al Mazrah map. And then DMZ is going to be getting updated. There's going to be redeploy drones, a new gulag. They're bringing back the tempered plates from the, what was that map called? The Pacific or whatever. UAV towers, perk packages, and all that stuff, right? I'm sure you guys have followed plenty of like actual Warzone content creators. Although I'm starting to play Warzone a little bit more just because multiplayer has been basically getting the shaft lately. And as a result of that, I'm just kind of bored of like the multiplayer that we have here. So I'm like trying out Warzone, dip my toe in that, dip my toe in Ranked, just trying out different things to try to make the game interesting as a content creator. So Warzone's getting a pretty massive update. Multiplayer is getting a bunch of new maps. It's going to be getting Gunfight, and then on top of that, Face Off is going to be returning as well, which is going to add even more variety to multiplayer. 2 new events, 3 new weapons. I mean, all in all, what we have here for Season 3, based on how they've laid it out, looks pretty damn good. I am pretty excited about this. I mean, I made a video when Season 2 came out, and I'm like, Season 2 is terrible. Like, this is actually awful. Like, I don't know what they're doing, like, why they're, like, trying to, like, just push the entire player base away, but Season 2 was bad. On paper here, Season 3 does look good. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see how it's actually going to play out when it goes live on April 12th, which is 5 days from now. Now, to answer the question I posed at the very beginning of the video, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this down there in the comments, will this bring fans back to Modern Warfare 2? Will this save Modern Warfare 2? Certainly not. I don't think that's going to happen. We are about 6 months into the game's life cycle. In another couple of months, we're going to be getting all the teasers for Call of Duty 2023. Reportedly, there's going to be a beta, possibly even an alpha for that game. And you guys know the COD cycle. This was originally apparently going to be a 2-year game. Well, now it's going to be a 1-year game. And we all know the COD cycle. As soon as like all the information starts coming out about the new game, that's when the current game really kind of falls off a cliff. And Modern Warfare 2, unfortunately, is basically already halfway down that cliff based on how they handled Seasons 1 and 2 and even the original launch of the game. Like, I don't think, as good as Season 3 looks, I don't think it's going to bring players back in droves. I mean, we do know that Modern Warfare 2 is bleeding players at this point. Warzone 2 is down real bad, which is why they're finally listening to the player base and adding in a bunch of stuff from the original Warzone 1 into Warzone 2 because that's what fans wanted. They're doing these things now, but I think it's going to be a case of too little too late. If you're somebody like me that is still playing Modern Warfare 2, if you're somebody that kind of still plays the game casually or whatever, this is going to give you more things to do, which is good. You know, there's going to be new maps, new guns, new modes, all that kind of stuff, right? So that is good for the people that are still playing. It's going to basically give fans stuff to do leading up to the launch of Call of Duty 2023. And mind you, there are still going to be 3 more seasons. We're only halfway through the seasons of this game, which goes back to that video I was talking about, man. Like, I firmly believe a season like this should have been like Season 1. Because then fans would probably still be interested in the game. They seem to like really space out like all of their content throughout the DLC season, with most of the good stuff happening 6 months into the game's life cycle and afterwards, after most of the player base apparently is left. You know what I mean? So like, if they're going to have like a very finite, like limited amount of content that they're going to be releasing, and you know they make these things well in advance, then front load that content into Seasons 1 and 2, because that is when the most people are playing. Like right there at launch, Season 1, Season 2, that's when the lion's share of the player base is actually engaging with the game. So when you give them virtually nothing during Seasons 1 and 2, and they're still playing basically just the same core game they got back in November or October or whatever, then they're gonna get bored, obviously. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why every single year take that massive player base at launch, make them all want to leave by not updating the game, and then 6 months in trying to win some of them back, which maybe like what, 10% might come back or something like that. Like, it seems like really poor planning and a really poor strategy. I do think Season 3 looks very good on paper. If this were in Season 1, I think we have a whole different dialogue and like conversation surrounding Modern Warfare 2 if seasons like this were happening during Seasons 1 and 2. But at last, it's going to be here for Season 3. It starts on April 12th, and I would love to hear what you guys think down there in the comments section below. But for right now, that's it for this video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.